Listen up, I'm taking a look at Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash since the manga will be unfortunately ending soon. I really wanted Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash to be a knockout, but it turned out more to be a light tap on the shoulder. With a parade of fantastic anime fighting games strutting their stuff lately, I thought Cursed Clash would join the elite ranks alongside heavyweights like Dragon Ball, Fighter Z, and Naruto Shippuden and Ultimate Ninja Storm. My dream was that even if the combat was as simple as a toddler's drawing, the game would still serve up a hearty helping of fun beyond just the 2v2 brawls. Alas, while not all hope is lost, I'm still left feeling a bit like a deflated balloon. Now, let's talk about the anime slideshow core game. Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is a 2v2 arena fighter that feels like a nostalgic trip back to the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi days. It covers the first season of the anime and boasts 16 playable characters. If you're a fan of the show, congratulations, you get to relive the story, either with subtitles or dubbed, as it zips through familiar battles faster than a speeding bullet. But here's the kicker. The story is delivered through a slideshow. Yes, you heard that right. A collection of still images from the anime sprinkled with a dash of voiceover to give it the gist of each fight. If you haven't watched the anime, good luck. You'll be left scratching your head, wondering what on earth is happening. Cursed Clash seems to have been crafted exclusively for the die-hard Jujutsu Kaisen fans, completely ignoring the character development that makes the series so captivating. So, sure, it stings a bit to miss out on the Mappa's stunning animation and Gigi's brilliant storytelling. I thought I could cope with that until I actually got into the fighting. When diving into the world of Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, you'll find it follows the classic Bandai Namco anime fighting game recipe. It looks like a delicious ramen bowl, but instead of rich flavors, you get a broth that's a bit on the thin side, relying heavily on your affection for the franchise to spice things up. The combat is pretty standard fare for this genre. Sure, you can pull off some combos, but it's mostly a simple mash of one or two buttons. For someone like me who isn't a fighting game aficionado, this low barrier to entry was a delightful surprise. However, it did feel a bit like I was playing a rebranded version of Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Imagine Gojo wearing Goku's outfit. Now, that would be a sight. In theory, this could work. Xenoverse was a blast back in the day, but that was nearly a decade ago, and I'm craving something fresh, something that screams 2024 anime fighting game extravaganza. To add to the fun, the gameplay felt a bit like trying to dance in a pair of clown shoes, clunky and unbalanced. Some ultimate moves seemed to have a selective hearing when it came to my button presses, and character models have a knack for floating around like they were auditioning for a role in a low-budget ghost movie after being defeated. It was funny, sure, but not exactly what I'd call polished. And let's talk about ranged and heavy characters. They're like that one friend who always hawks the snack at a party. They have a serious edge thanks to the game stagger mechanic, which quickly turns into a source of frustration. Trying to close the gap as a melee character, good luck. You'll lose health faster than a balloon at a porcupine convention. Even if you're dodging and blocking like a pro, this is a headache against the eye. But in PvP, it's a whole new level of chaos if you can even find a match. The servers are quieter than a library at midnight, making it a challenge to jump into a game. And even if you do manage to find a match, there's no guarantee you'll be paired with someone who's in your skill league. You might even end up in a match where your opponent vanishes faster than your motivation to exercise. Let's get real for a second. After I wrapped up the main story, I found myself spending more time in the in-game shop and cosmetic menus that actually playing the game. If you're a hardcore Jujutsu Kaisen fan like me, this is where the game really hooks you. I was all about collecting character poses, outfits, voice lines and art, and let's be honest, it just made all the hot characters even hotter. Seriously, look me in the eye and tell me Nanami Kento isn't a total snack. And don't even get me started on Geto, Sukuna, or Gojo. Plus, my brain gets a little tingle of joy from completing collections in video games, and Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash has plenty to keep me busy. In the grand scheme of things, it was a bit fun, but not a life changer. It's the kind of game I could fire up after a long day of work, when I just wanted to mindlessly mash buttons. It didn't leave a lasting impression, but it was harmless and a decent way to kill some time. As long as you know what you're diving into, maybe that's all you really need. Good job for making it to the end of the video. If you decided that you don't want to play Jujutsu Kaisen, then that's alright. Maybe check out the video on the right, since the almighty algorithm think is for you. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.